suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Walter's got Nards!
Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Michael's parents. Now, they're obviously not going to make an appearance in Halloween Ends, of course, because they would be really old if they were still alive. I would imagine if Michael was born in 1957, they were probably born in the 20s. So they would be close to 100 years old, if not over 100 years old by now, because obviously Michael had an older sister, so they would be older parents. So Michael's parents are definitely dead, but where have they been? Now remember, this timeline retcons everything that happened before, so we've only seen Michael's parents in Halloween 1. If there's any mention of them in the original 1981 Halloween 2, then obviously disregard that. Disregard the Rob Zombie movies, of course. So the only time we know about Michael's parents were in 1963, when Michael was caught by them at the start of the movie, and then he was put into the home, and that was it. We saw nothing else about Michael's parents. We heard nothing else about Michael's parents. So I don't think we're obviously going to see Michael's parents, but are we going to get some maybe flashbacks of Michael's parents? Now we run the risk of exposing too much about Michael Myers. John Carpenter obviously doesn't want that, and I'm sure David Gordon Green has listened to John Carpenter and he's probably said, listen, you can mention the parents if you want, but please don't explain anything like they did in Rob Zombie movies. I don't want them to do that either, but I still wouldn't mind us knowing what happened to Michael's parents. What was their reaction to what happened? Obviously saw their reaction to seeing Michael outside the house, but we didn't see their reaction to seeing Judith in the house, which leads me on to my next point. I think if we do see Michael's parents, and I hope if we do see Michael's parents, the way we see them is if they go into the house in 1963, go up those stairs and see Judith's body and see their reaction, looking out the window where Michael always looks at, looking down at Michael out in the street, getting taken away by the police in 1963, and then it cuts to modern day Halloween Ends. How great would that be? If you think Michael's parents should be reintroduced into Halloween Ends, how would you incorporate that? Obviously we can't do it in modern day unless they are really old and they're 103 years old and they're in a mental home or in an old folks home. You could do that. That would be very unrealistic. I think the only way to bring them back would be to bring them into the flashbacks. I think we will get more flashbacks, but I'm hoping that we get a 1963 flashback. We didn't get that for Halloween Kills. That's what I wanted. But bring us back to 1963 just for a couple of minutes again, 5 or 6 minutes. Show us their reaction to going up those stairs and seeing Judith. I think that would be a tremendous way to show us Michael's parents. Show us their reaction to Michael. Show us how they feel about Michael, and that's it. Don't give us the sanitarium aspect that we got in Rob Zombie movies. I'm not asking for that. I want to see Michael's parents, but I just want to see their reaction to seeing their daughter's body from what Michael did, and then the look on their faces looking at Michael down in that pathway would be fantastic. And just seeing those police officers coming and finding out what happened and taking Michael away, and that's the end of Michael's parents. Don't need to know what happened to him. Maybe have in modern day somebody mentioning, yeah, Michael's parents died in the 80s because they were sick, or they died in the 80s of a broken heart from their daughter dying, etc. Something like that would be fine. Just an off the cuff comment as to what happened to Michael's parents. I think that would be suffice. So what do you think, guys? Do you agree with me? Do you have any other ideas as to how you would show them? Or do you think, don't mention the parents at all, there's no need, it doesn't bring the story forward, which I would understand as well. But as always, guys, leave those comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.